So our next speaker is actually the amazing co-host, Barbara. So I'm going to introduce her because she can't really introduce herself, can she? So this lady is Barbara. She's best known for her ability to channel, and Barbara connects with the Ascended Masters, the Archangels, the Galactics, and the Dragons to bring messages of comfort to those who are awakening in this new golden age. And I think all of us definitely need some of that. So, Barbara, over to you.
Thank you. And I was actually just thinking, oh, wow, I get to introduce myself. So what I did want, if Caroline's still there, while she was talking, I actually pulled a card, which I'm not sure if we can see it, but I pulled one of her cards, which was Destiny. And Destiny is, it's your life, your journey, your path, you walk it your way. So what a perfect card. And when I first knew that I was on after Caroline, I was like in awe because, like most of us, I read her book. I also had her oracle deck, and I was fortunate to take 2 classes recently with her. So I didn't feel quite so intimidated today. But thank you, Caroline, and perfect to anchor in that earth energy, as a lot of my energy is galactic. So I did want to say that I'm known now. Originally I was born in the United Kingdom, and I moved to the United States in the early 1990s. And I'm the mother of 2 adult sons, and we live just outside Boston in Massachusetts. I've lived here for the last almost 32 years. I have a degree in nursing, which I used in England, but I have not practiced in the United States. I'm known as a natural born healer and a channel. Merlin, who is actually present, has been with me the last few days. Merlin has been with me. Merlin was one of my first ascended masters that I encountered in my local woods. Anybody that connects with Merlin, he loves when we're walking in the woods. And he has got plenty to say today. This was my task. And he wants everybody to know that he fondly calls me the connector. And actually, he says it as I am the connector, and is very insistent. So for the past 2 years, it was about 2 years ago that I encountered dragons. And that was when I then became affectionately known as the East Coast Dragon Lady. I'd been on several websites and meeting with people via the internet, and somebody asked, who are you? And there were 2 Barbaras. And I just said, oh, I'm the East Coast Dragon Lady. And everyone said, oh my God, we love that. That's who you are. So that's how I got that name. But recently, the dragons have given me a new title, which is the Galactic Dragon Ambassador. And that has been, and the reason they gave that to me is because they see me as a galactic connector or connector. And they say that I also help people understand that language. So I've studied many modalities over the years. Mind, body, spirit practitioner, Reiki, of course, and polarity. But I'm better known as a hands-on healer, hence my nursing degree. I post daily on my Facebook website, dragon messages, and I usually pick several dragon oracle decks. And on my resume, I can now add international speaker, right? So that's there. So as I said, Merlin has definitely has got a lot to say. So this is what he gave me. He wanted, because I'm the connector, he wants to talk about, he's given me 3 things that I'm going to talk about. Talk about him. He has a message for us. And then he's going to bring through Commander Ashtar somebody was asking about Commander Ashtar. He was my first galactic connection, and he's from Galactic Command. And then Lord Saint Germain and the Agarthians from Inner Earth. And this is sort of how I connected. Like everybody, I was not expecting to connect with dragons. I was actually out walking. I live pretty high up compared to other parts of where I live. And I kept getting, I heard, look up, look up. I looked up and there were at least 6 dragons, and they were in the sky. They were diving in and out the clouds. And of course, I, like everybody, I have to take pictures. When I came back, I was blown away. I could see faces of dragons. And of course, I said, wow, dragons? And I got nothing. And I'm like, why am I seeing dragons? And they left me a couple of days before they started to connect with me. And they were like, yeah, we love flying around. We love that. And we're your sky dragons. And then from there, it just happened, that connection. But I never really saw myself as a channel. But what changed for me was I used to say that I was doing automatic writing because I used to get messages and write them down. And one day somebody said that I was a channel. And the minute I used the word and said, oh, I'm a channel, it literally, everything changed. And my downloads were fast and frequent. And my last 2 years have been extremely fast acceleration. They gave me a little bit reprise for a couple of weeks recently, but I'm already being shot out into the universe. So I have messages from Merlin. It was about a year ago I got this message from Ashtar, but he says now is the time to talk about it. So I will give you the messages I've been given and anything else that comes in. So Merlin says, greetings. I am so happy and dizzy with excitement at this beautiful gathering of dragons and humans. Remembering your dragon self, remembering your dragon from lifetimes past, remembering you. This gathering has been floating around the ethers for far too long. And how lucky are we that our friend, Kev, heard the calling to send out that message. The dragons are here. You can all feel their presence. You can hear their messages of love and light. Some of you may remember being a dragon. We can ask this channel, that's how they refer to me as a channel, Barbara, about her experience of awakening to her dragon within and her immense, pleasure at roaring at the top of her lungs to feel the air move with one breath. I am Merlin, and I work with many who are here today, maybe just for a short journey or maybe longer. We go back centuries of connections because we are all connected. Our paths have crossed many, many times before. You are awakening to your memories of old or galactic encounters. Our channel here will talk more about the galactic reconnection, and my good friend, Commander Ashtar, has a message to share next. Thank you, my friends. Thank you, my dragons, from all the galaxies, planets, and corners of the earth and beyond for answering this call to come and be here in this space. I walk the path of truth and shine my light in many dark places. My friends, shine your lights, beam them out into the world. Thank you for being here today, and so may it continue. Sending you my love, Merlin. Wow, I didn't expect that. Wow. So this is what I wrote when I woke up to actually knowing that I'd been a dragon. I called it Dragon Within. Waking up to my dragon within, waking up to my knowing, waking eyes wide open, seeing from another perspective, seeing with new eyes, seeing who I am within. Seeing through dragon's eyes, I hear my roar from many lives ago, how free I was with wings to fly. Flying above, seeing below, knowing it now, as life once was, it's time to wake up to who I am now. With dragon eyes and dragon heart, I soar above and I see below. With an open heart, I will reach out to all. Come, hold my hand, climb on my back. Let us ride up and out of sight. Hold on tight, it will be quite a ride. And that was just this month that I got that message. So again, Merlin is going to bring Commander Ashtar in, but he also has a lot to say before he brings him in. So he starts by saying, "Dear one, do not try so hard in connecting with us. We are a whisper away. So just ask by name or for a message, and we will always tell you who we are. We bring you words for you to speak about discernment today. You have seen this with your very own eyes. We do not judge people, person, or places, but there are many right now who are casting doubt on those who live in fear. We have spoken often about not stepping into fear because it is said that all you have to fear is fear itself. It sounds to me like a wise person spoke of that many years ago. And as I often speak in the older ways, this speaks to me very deeply. There is nothing to fear, dear ones. You create your own reality every day. If you do not live with fear or allow fear on your lips, there is nothing but what you put into your reality. Yes, it sounds simple, but as said many times, live from your heart, forgive often. You do not need to hold on to the past. It has happened. Move along, set yourself free. Forgiveness sent from your heart to those who have harmed or wronged you will allow softness to enter their heart space. It plants the seed of hope. It is also possible to forget, but that takes time. If we are all living in our hearts, in a heart-centered world, oh, how different life would be. For now, my dear ones, practice forgiveness, practice living in that beautiful part of yours, and see the beauty in everyone and everything around you. We learn many lessons from those who have judged us, those who have hurt us mentally and physically. Love, you see, overcomes every little thing. You, dear one, were once a non-believer in the love solution, but as you have progressed and learnt the lessons of letting go and truly forgiving those who hurt you to your core, you have become the light that is needed to guide others in the direction of letting go and letting light in. Commander Ashtar has come now to speak his message. Gwendolyn and myself, Merlin, send you much love and light from our hearts to yours. Until next time, Merlin and Gwendolyn. Now, Gwendolyn, I discovered, we were talking about learning things. One day I had a message that I didn't know who it was from. And she talked about walking a path with me. And when I asked, well, who are you? She said, I'm Gwendolyn. I'm Merlin's wife. And I was like, Merlin has a wife? Oh, thank goodness for Google. I Googled it. And sure enough, Gwendolyn is Merlin's wife. So those people that are saying, oh, do I trust this? Like, trust what you're given. So Gwendolyn has told me that she walks every day with me. She says she walks on path with me and she holds my hand. I don't always get messages from her, but she certainly is. Her name is spelled the Welsh way. That's how I knew it was her, because there's two different ways. So Commander Ashtar is going to step forward now. I step forward to greet you all and our dear channel of light. I thank Merlin for our connection. We are all grateful for all of your open minds and hearts. And being the truth seekers, we are here to join you on this very special day in July on your earth. The brothers and sisters in light, the Galactic Command, and the Christ consciousness are all connected and are very high frequencies that your channel can access what seems easily, and as many of you here can also do. You, our dear ones, are a very clear-headed, open-hearted light. Thank you. Yes, we are concerned when we too see people on your earth making fun of those who are gifted and can communicate with us and ascended masters and dragons. We need you all to be the pure and clear channels. We haven't spoken much about being brave when we put ourselves out into your world as you channel or psychic or more. People on earth are still scared and live in the fear of what they do not know or understand. They will sometimes then make it about themselves and not honor the gift that you have been given in this and many other lives too. Some of you may have lost your lives to your unwavering beliefs in other lifetimes, but do not carry that fear in this lifetime. We need you to step forward and to shine your beautiful lights out into your world, and we will carry that light to our people who see your beautiful bravery in speaking the truth. To be truly free, we must all become beacons, lighthouses to those lost and those found, to those who are questioning and those who believe like you and me. Our frequencies are connected to all that is good, and that is why you, our channel, and many more can switch between ascended masters and galactic command, dragons and other beings, all of the light. Our galactic channel, Barbara, works on your earth. There are many others, but she especially is a launcher of galactic words, a launcher of beliefs and beautiful lights. You, our launch commander, we salute you and we honor your beautiful light body. We are humbled by all of you and your gifts and ease of acceptance to be the light on your earth and join with others who are new and not so new to these gifts. We are the lights in your skies, the love in your hearts, and for now, we bid you a good day from our hearts to yours, Ashtar. So he was the first of many galactics that I connected to. I still, most mornings, when I'm connecting myself to the earth and to the galactic realm, some being will step forward, and often I can feel, I don't often see, but I often feel their presence. And they're not to be, I think people are often scared when we start talking about galactics, but that's where I've encountered my dragons. So I first started to connect with galactic dragons. So what I want to share next is just a few weeks ago, and most of you know, like a lot of this stuff comes in really fast. And a few weeks ago, I was actually able to journey to Inner Earth, where I met the Agarthians and Lord Saint Germain. But I also met my galactic dragons. So I, like a lot of people, had not seen a full-on dragon. I'd often seen parts of them, seen eyes, sort of shimmers, but I hadn't seen a dragon, a full-blown dragon. I was very aware of them, they're different colors. And like some people, I've been given names, some I haven't. Some of them don't want to share their names. But this journey in particular sort of connected a lot of loose ends for me, because the dragons that I've met in the galactic realms have told me that they live in caves or they're underground, they're not out on the surface. So I wanted to share this with you because for me, this was, it's a beautiful place to go. It's also deemed to be galactic. I was also told that often people are not given that option to see because it's so beautiful. People don't want to come back from inner earth. But this is where my dragons have told me I will start doing more intense work with them. So I was invited on a journey to inner earth in a deep meditation and opening up to all astral planes, planets, stars, suns and moons to connect with whoever would show up on this evening journey. Before the soothing voice and directions were over, I was already on my way high above the Himalayan mountains on the back of the biggest red dragon I have seen so far. I fit perfectly on the seat of this dragon. In the distance, I can see an identical dragon waiting by a portal, and a very distinctive portal, which was shimmering and swirling and waiting for my approach. We were high enough for my breath to be taken away by the cold air, but also the beauty below. Then I was cascading down a portal like a very fast tube ride, sparks of purple and gold all around me until I am launched into the beauty of inner earth. Again, my breath was taken away by the beauty that I was taking in. Around me were every color of rocks and crystals. I could see layers of red earth, every color of red, and amethyst sparkling in and on huge walls. While drinking in all this all in, I was made aware of a thunder of dragons coming into my view. I was still viewing this beautiful valley from a very high up viewing station. There were rainbows and waterfalls glistening in the light, coming from what looked like portals in the sky, streaming it down to the canyons below. The thunder of dragons approaching me were the most vibrant I've encountered. In fact, I have not seen a whole dragon. This was my first. These dragons were huge. They were beautiful beings of red, yellow, blue, and green, and the most beautiful rainbow dragon, which he had every color. Each approached me and came to view me. They allowed me to cup each one in turn in my hand so I could feel their energy and the power. They allowed me to touch them, and I felt the most immense surge of powerful love that made me near to tears, as I have never experienced such a pure love. Each one did the same and gently told me they were my galactic thunder, and this is where they all live, on and off planet. Their favorite places are in the caves, and they wanted me to experience their immense power and beautiful gentleness. They are so very grateful for all of us who embrace them, and especially those who can connect to one or many dragons. We will now begin our work with you, our dearest sister, mother, and galactic ambassador. We are now ready to go and work out in the galaxies with you. We will find the lost and afraid dragons that you have already heard call to you. We will bring in our special council of elders to speak with you, and we will work on how to help those lost after the fall of Atlantis. It will be a lifetime of work and past lives remembered for you. We are so very excited to know that our real work can now start with you, our dear dragon hunt. We also want to thank all of you who are waking up to remembering your dragons or to being a dragon. This channel has also had memories of once, or maybe it was thrice, a dragon. She was very surprised. Ask her, she will share that with you. If names are important to you, it's very human to want a label. We will name ourselves and make it easy on you. And they laugh and they roar and they laugh because they think it's hilarious that we want to give them names. Lord Saint Germain, Merlin and Merlin the dragon he doesn't want to be left out of this adventure, and will always have, so Merlin the dragon has always been elder brethren, and who have centuries and centuries of knowledge and power. The Agarthian brothers and sisters are happy that you have had this wonderful adventure and will be coming back often to learn and scribe. Yes, it's very important that we scribe. They want me to document this. And this is your destined journey, Dragon Princess. Our gift to you at the beginning of your journey was seeing a man and woman who had just got married. This was a symbolism for you of our universal love that we dragons carry and want you all to carry out into this world of yours. Earth so needs this love and healing. So, what do I do? So lastly, the last message is the message from Lord Saint Germain about Middle Earth. Greetings to you all. I am blessed to be able to speak with such a large audience of dragon lovers. This is an exciting time and exciting news to bring together those who are awakening to remember their dragon connections and dragon beings. In the inner earth, we are able to heal many people who are seeking comfort in their time of need. For many, many centuries, we have been living in the inner sanctuary of Mother Earth. Mother Gaia feeds our souls, and we in turn love and support her. We ask you, as always, to please remember your mother, Mother Gaia, and all that she is. She also suffers, but we support her day to day. Earth needs us all right now to step up with love, with your healing and with your beautiful energies. Dragons are here. They have always been here all along. Now Earth and this beautiful channel are now encountering more and more dragons who were already here in our galaxies. Galactic dragons move very fast and planet hop at warp speeds that will make you, and it will take you time to get your head around that one. I think you say, just remember that we are learning and remembering at the same time. Even though we dragons have the edge on you humans, we are not reincarnated. We just are dragons, and we have lived for many centuries. Merlin the dragon is also here, and he has been connecting this channel to many ascended masters, archangels, and galactics. It has been so much fun watching you all as you wake up and to be surprised by all that you have learned. I am Lord Saint Germain, and I carry the purple flame of eternal love, light, and transmutation. I will speak through this channel again. There is much work to be undertaken, and it starts now. I am your Lord Saint Germain, and I send you all many blessings on my violet flame dragon as she flies through the ethers, spreading violet flames. Many blessings to you, beautiful, loving souls. So that's all the messages I have. I can certainly answer questions. I think, like everybody, like when you're done, you're done.
That's beautiful. Lots of beautiful transmissions. There are a few questions for you.
Sure.
It says, what's it saying? I've been viewing your website. Can you share some more about your upcoming The Dragon Hour and Dragon Camp?
Oh, sure. The hot off the press. Honestly, hot off the press. Yesterday. So the Dragon Hour was again the dragons. I was asking the dragons, what's my next step? What should I be doing next? And they were like, get out there and answer questions. I mean, I think the this international conference, like, really is, I think a lot of us were thinking, what are we going to do with all of this? And I've certainly had, like a lot of people asking me that, how do I connect? What if this dragon said this to me? So I'm going to start in July. I think it's July 14th. I'm aiming at once a month, but I think it might be more often. You can sign up on my website or send me an email. If you go on my website, it comes directly to me. And then literally last week, I met with a colleague of mine who actually was my last Reiki master when I did the Holy Fire Reiki. We decided to connect, to start just putting out some very simple, like for people that haven't encountered dragons or need some basic information. We're not starting that till the fall, because as we all know, when people have got families and summer vacations, but we will be doing a 3-part. We're starting with a 3-part series, and it's still forming. I mean, the dragon said, get it out there, and they'll give me the content. So it will be channeled. And my friend Peter will be he does beautiful guided meditations. So there will be 30 minutes of talking about the dragons. We do a 30-minute meditation, and then we'll pull all that information. And we will record it.
Beautiful. Another question. What's this one say? This one says, I experienced a beautiful connection with a thunder dragon yesterday. Do you know if they're connected to Saint Germain?
Probably, like everybody, I'm going to say, ask the dragon. They usually tell you. Possibly. Look, yeah, I would ask the dragon themselves.
No, that makes sense. And then this one's for Caroline. Well, you might be able to answer this one as well, or what your thoughts on it. Do you know why some dragons choose to be in a dragon's skull with their consciousness?
The dragon's skull with their consciousness?
Do you know why some dragons choose to be in a dragon's skull with their consciousness?
Right. That's how they want. I mean, for me, it's dragons will show themselves how you want to perceive them. They're a lot, and I know that Caroline says this, they don't like the word shape-shifting, but that's how I see them. Like Merlin is Merlin the dragon, and most of the ascended masters can do that, because it's how we want to, how we see them and how we're comfortable seeing them. And I think for some people, I think that's why they're very slow introducing like the full body of them, because I think if I'd have seen this thunder of full-bodied dragons coming in, that might have been a bit scary. Yeah, I would say it's how we want to be seen, how we want to see the dragons. And that's their choice. Their energy is in, if they've got dragon skulls, their energy is still there. But again, what I've learned from the dragons is they're just very, very old. I've not really heard about their demise because they just are.
Yeah, any more questions? Have a look. No, that's it. Any more questions for Barbara from anyone? No, we're at 1919 here. It's like a nice number.
That is, yeah, just oh yeah, we've got 194. I don't think there's I mean, I think Caroline really beautifully described, that grounding. And yeah, so actually what they're telling me I need to share with everybody is, because this is a question that comes up a lot, like, how do I connect? Because dragons are high vibration, very high vibe beings, as are the ascended masters. So for me, I hadn't even realized I was doing this, but for, I would say, several years before I even met the dragons, part of my morning ritual was grounding myself. I'm a Pisces, like Kevin is, and I know that I'm more apt to be out in the ethers. And I also needed I felt very strongly that I needed to be anchored into the earth. And I was always being told, like, you need to ground yourself. So I have a morning routine where I just ground myself in Mother Gaia. I not only bring energy to her, but she brings energy to me. I put down my roots very deeply in Mother Gaia and wrap them around a rock. I also ground from my spine, the tail, the end of our spine, put that down. And then I put out stabilizers because I really do need to be grounded. And I have been doing that for a long, long time. And what the dragons told me was that the reason it's easy for me to connect with them is that I'm very deeply grounded, which then means that I can go much higher and connect with much higher frequencies. I don't have to ask. Literally, I just have a knowing, I have a feeling they're there, or they just start speaking to me, whether it's dragons, ascended masters, angels, whoever. They just start telling me things. And as they told me, I need to write this down. So I have been, the last few years, I've been writing down a lot of I didn't know why I was being given a lot of these things. I mean, I truly did go on a good year of guide me. I don't know where I'm going. And I got lots and lots of different things and kept writing them down. So my connection was, I first connected and channeled ascended masters and angels. And then it was, a connection with the galactic realm. And then from the galactic realm, it was the galactic dragons. And then all of it started to come together. So I then could see, oh, that's why I had to understand that. And like a lot of us, I haven't learned anything from a book. This is what I've been given, is what I know. And it always turns, we hear from other people now that this is exactly what everybody else is hearing. So we don't feel quite so crazy now, right?
Indeed, true. None of us are crazy.
No, but I think it is isolating because there isn't, I was just blown away just by the number of people that nobody has ever said to me, I don't know what you're talking about. They'll be like, oh my goodness, I've had a dragon since I was a kid, or, oh, a dragon showed up the other day. Even when people just connect with me, like a dragon might show up. I had that happen a few times, and they're like, wait, why is there a dragon in my kitchen? So, because they love to do that. They love to pop up and because they think that's funny.
Cool.
Yeah.